guys. It is Friday, thank goodness, and it is 11:17-ish. I am on my way home from work. I'm sorry that you guys are so shaky. I'm actually holding my phone as I drive. Because I forgot my iPad at home. Couple of reasons though. One is, you know, we're leaving for Colonial Williamsburg today, and I wanted to make sure it was charged because I'm probably not going to take the charger with me. So whatever I have this weekend is what I have. I don't know how much video my phone is going to let me take because I don't have a lot of storage left on my phone. So, hey, look, there's me like straight on. You guys never get to see that. You're always like below me with my triple and quadruple chin. So there is me. Look, me. Hi. So we're gonna go back down there a little bit though, so I don't get pulled over for holding my phone. You're actually sitting on a stand, but the stand doesn't want to be still today. So I took you out and then put you back in. So now you're back in the stand. So anyway, my day today was pretty good. We didn't have kids today at school. It was a work day, which is why I'm leaving early. I had my egg cup, which is 1 point for the turkey sausage. All of a sudden I'm from New York. For the turkey sausage. And I had an apple and I had some grapes. I was really hungry this morning. And I think it's because I didn't have any coffee this morning. So we were at the coffee creamer. We were at a sugar-free coffee creamer. So I didn't have any coffee this morning. So maybe that's why. Maybe coffee has, you know, I'm filled up a little bit from the amount of coffee that I drink. I don't know. But on my way to work, I didn't have my normal cup of coffee. So either I wanted to do something with my hands as I was driving maybe, or I was just in the habit of drinking something, so I ended up eating an apple on my way to work. I just wanted it. It sounded good and I wanted it. And then I had my egg cup for a point, and then right before I left work I had some grapes. Because as soon as I get home, we're packed, or I'm packed. I'm assuming that Norm's packed too. I'm gonna let the dogs out a little bit. I'm gonna grab my iPad. I'm gonna grab the charger from my phone for the car, because we use my phone for GPS, and then I'm going to grab my Fitbit charger so I can charge that too, because normally I don't wear my Fitbit on weekends, but I am going to wear it this weekend because we're going to be doing a lot of walking, and I think I've decided I'm going to start wearing it on weekends. I'm going to have to bring my charger inside and figure out how to charge it at night, and then not forget to put it on. So what was happening is I don't have a computer at home, so pretty much everything I do I can either do on my phone or do on my iPad. Up until now with school, I want a computer, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, so I don't have anywhere to charge my my Fitbit. I could use one of those wall chargers or whatever. I just don't have one. I haven't gone to buy one. And up until this year, and I'll tell you my Fitbit story in a minute, but up until this year it hasn't mattered. But anyway, so I used to, I have a cell phone charger, and the top of my cell phone charger has the USB port. So I used to do that where I would stick it in there, but the charge cord is only like that long. So I ended up, it was on like the bottom of my nightstand because my phone charger is plugged in like a strip next to my bed. And because I didn't see it in the morning when I was getting ready, I would forget to wear it. So I started charging it in my car on my way to work, and which works, and sometimes on my way home, but I don't do it on the weekends because I don't usually drive on the weekends. My husband usually does all the driving on the weekends. So my Fitbit journey has been a little weird. So I have yet to, no, that's not true. So my husband bought me a Fitbit. Okay, I was very excited to have a Fitbit. It was a nice one. At the same time, I had just gotten my dog Bella. Can you see where this is going? So one day I forgot my Fitbit, just like I was saying, and it sits on the bottom of the nightstand, which is right where Bella and Dixon sleep, right there in front of my bed, or next to my bed. And I used to, when I used to get up earlier than Norm and go to work, he would be still asleep, and I would leave the dogs in the bedroom with him. Well, one day he wasn't feeling well, and we didn't have Dixon at the time, and he ended up sleeping a little longer than he normally did, and Bella ate a couple pair of shoes and a Fitbit. Now see, I have mom hearing, so I hear them when they get up in the middle of the night and they walk around, and I don't want them to get them in trouble. I don't want them to get in trouble by, you know, doing something wrong. So I always like know what they're doing. Are they whining? Do they need to go out? Are they pacing? Are they chewing something? Are they getting into something? For the most part, they sleep through the night. They go right to bed, and then when I get up, they're up with me. And then they stay in the kitchen now. We used to crate them, but now they stay in the kitchen. Because they'll get on furniture. That's the big, I don't know that they would still like, they'll get in the trash once in a while. I don't know that they'll still chew and destroy things. But Bella's my destroyer. She's the one who will dig and chew and whatever. But both of them would get on furniture and in the bed and stuff if we didn't put them in the kitchen. So anyway, so Bella ate my first Fitbit. Then my daughter's boyfriend at the time gave me a Fitbit, and it was just one of those little thin kind, like the first generation Fitbit kind of thing. It literally just counted your steps, and I might have done the time, but I don't even remember if it did that. And that was it. So I had that, and you had to go on your phone to actually see how many Fitbit steps you had, because it didn't even tell you on the screen. It just had like the dots, I think. So I had that for a while, and then he gave me another one, which is this one, and I gave the little mini thin one to my daughter. And I was outside one day. It was raining, but it wasn't raining like that hard. It wasn't like pouring down raining. And I was helping my husband take down, you know, those sunshades or whatever that you put up in the summertime. We had one of them up, and they dip if you let them get wet, because they hold the water, because they're not meant to keep rain out. They're meant to keep the sun out. So I was helping him take one down because it was starting to rain, and my Fitbit got wet. But to be honest with you, I didn't think it got that wet. Like, it was no more wet than me walking from, like, my car to a store, you know, in a very mild shower. You know what I mean? So, it got wet, and it stopped working. And I mean, just shut down, stopped working, wouldn't come on, nothing. So, I put it away, and then someone told me to, all these things to try with it. I tried, nothing worked. I called Fitbit. Fitbit said, send it back. And they would send me a new one. Well, the problem is I put it in my drawer, and I was intended to send it back and never did. So then, let's see, I got another Fitbit. My boss gave me one that he wasn't using anymore, and I used that for a little while, and the band broke. I ended up throwing that one away, because no matter what I did, I couldn't get that one I couldn't fix the band. So here I am one day, and I'm cleaning out my nightstand table, and there is this Fitbit that my daughter's boyfriend at the time had given me. And I plugged it in, and I thought, you know, let's just see. Well, lo and behold, it came back on. So it will do everything it's supposed to do when I'm using just the screen to swipe things. So it'll tell me the time, it'll tell me the date, it'll tell me my steps, my heartbeat, all of that. But this one has side buttons, and it's supposed to count things like you're supposed to be able to turn on your like an exercise counter and a timer and all that. When you turn that on, it'll come on, I can't get it to turn back off, and there's nothing I can do until it just finally runs out of battery. So I can't use any of that. But if I had my way, honestly, I think I would go back to the first one I had, which literally was just a band that kept track of my steps, told me the time, that kind of stuff. I don't need all this extra stuff. But now I'm used to wearing it, so I'm used to looking at it for time as well as my steps. So I think the guy next to me is trying to get in front of me as we go past, because he just took off flying down the road in front of me. Anyway, so I'm using this one because it's what I have, but the band is starting to break. So I saw that you can get a replacement band, but it's not a Fitbit like sponsored thing on Amazon. So I have not bought it yet, and I'm not sure that I'm going to. But if I do, I will let you guys know how it works. It's supposed to be real easy to put on. It's supposed to come with a tool to put it on, but at this point I don't know, because I don't trust it, because it's not Fitbit sponsored, and it's not sold by Fitbit. So if something were to happen to it, Fitbit isn't going to replace it, I guess. But then again, I don't know that Fitbit will replace this one anyway, because I've had it for so long, number one. I've told them I was going to send it back and then never did, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I feel like if this one goes out, I'm going to have to break down and buy another one. My husband refused to buy me another one when Bella ate mine. It was like, I want to say it was my punishment for having a dog. But anyway, so that is my Fitbit story, weird as it is. And I told you what I ate today. This only been 11 minutes, which is awesome. I think that's all I've got for now. I don't want to go too far on this phone recorder, because I told you I don't have a whole lot of storage. I don't even know that it's going to let me post this or send it or whatever. Later today, hopefully, once Norm and I get on the road towards Colonial Williamsburg, we'll maybe record something with him, and we'll talk about how we like, I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll do a recording. Sometime this weekend you'll see Norm, and we'll do a recording. Also, I am looking for things to eat at Colonial Williamsburg to stay on my points. If you know anything, if you're like, oh, gotta try this, do that. I did get a comment on another video. Somebody said eat at the cheese shop. I don't know that that's a good idea. I will not be home on Sunday to do my weigh-in. So I weighed in this morning just to see where I was. And I told you I've been bouncing between 189.9 and 190. This morning I was 189.4. So, in my opinion, I have had 2 weigh-ins now where I was in the 180s. So I am currently going to consider myself in the 180s, and I am going to consider myself having lost about 28 pounds. So I'm 2 pounds away from 30 pounds. But that's where I am. So, yay me. Hopefully I can make it stick through this trip to Williamsburg and the cheese shop. And maybe tonight when we go on our ghost walk and witch tour, I'm so excited about that, I will take some video and show you if I'm allowed. And then so I'll put some pictures of Colonial Williamsburg in here as well, maybe, depending on what they'll let me take. I don't know the rules. And then Jamestown, and then I will definitely see you Monday morning or Monday afternoon. If I haven't seen you before then, Monday morning it will be, or Monday afternoon it will be. So have a great weekend, guys. Do some fantastic stuff. Keep on tracking. Make sure you like my video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to have to pick my phone up out of the holder in order to turn it off. So I'll give you one more little glimpse of me face on without the triple chins. And have a great day, guys.